This is Steve Davis from Natureworks. Steve is the Director of Communications and Public Affairs, which I believe would mean environmental issues, Steve.
Right, really responsible for environmental strategy, how we present ourselves to the market, and what we make of our environmental credentials. And by that I mean the fact that we come from renewable resources, the fact that we harvest plants every season, and those plants have taken CO2 out of the atmosphere, literally sequestered it, and we turn that, what was CO2 in the atmosphere that was causing global warming, we lock it up as the backbone of the polymer, the plastic we sell. Then we sell it into broad fibers and plastics markets, and folks turn it into things from textiles to bedding to carpet to baby diapers to baby wipes to packaging. We're more of a packaging show today, and you see a lot of it here. But what's exciting to us is the breadth of what's being made, all of which previously was made from fossil fuels, with an attendant emissions profile and contribution to global warming.
Yeah. So we see lots of things other than packaging though as well. What about the non-wovens or what have you?
You'll hear tomorrow morning one of my colleagues is going to talk about the latest non-wovens launches. We've got now leading diaper producers. The baby diaper is a technological marvel. It's got 15 different components, all fossil fuel based.
Yes.
Nothing that can be done with that at the end of its life. Innovators in diapers now are beginning to change out the polypropylene and put Ingeo layers in there next to the baby's skin and so on. Baby wipes made with polyester, lasts for thousands of years. Who needs that? Now we make it with Ingeo.
Yes.
A little more suited to just being designed with the end in mind.
Yes.
So people have, in many cases, I gave you a couple of hygiene examples where people have flipped out polyester and put in Ingeo, but that's happening in many things. Packaging is another example. You see examples on our table over here, and the biggest probably example that most consumers can relate to is what Walmart did a couple of years ago when they took 120 million deli containers that were in polyester and switched to Ingeo.
Yes.
So that's a great validation of what we're about.
Yes, but what about the final cost to the consumer? Is this going to cost the consumer more money?
That's what's exciting to us, is that now, as we've grown in scale and the supply chains to market have scaled up, there's some obvious inefficiencies as people begin to experiment and learn to run a new material. But now they're getting very efficient at it. Our costs are now very competitive with polyester, especially with what polyester pricing has done lately, going through the roof with oil. And as the downstream channels to market start processing at scale, their costs come down, and the final costs are now very close, probably within 10% of the finished article. And for packaging, that's a tiny fraction of what the consumer is buying. They're buying the food.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So they don't normally see the difference. They get to buy the same food in a better package, basically.
Yes, yes. Which may encourage the sale to happen in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.